Hello, everyone. Welcome to Afro Swag Media and Magazine. My name is Deborah. I'll be your host on this show. And as always, please share the broadcast. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, um, and YouTube. Please share the broadcast. And today we have a very special guest. I'll bring him to the camera in a minute. Welcome, everybody. I really appreciative of the support and every time tuning in, please share the broadcast. We'll wait a little bit for some few people to join and then we will get started. Don't go away, stay with us.
Hi, my name is Mujana Bacha, founder, CEO of MJ Queen Beauty and Fashion. I am here to announce my upcoming Legacy Fashion Show Sunday, May 1st, 2022 at the event venue Highlander. The event is 5 to 8 p.m. It's going to be an amazing event. I've been working on this collection for a whole year, and I know you do not want to miss any single one of them. So mark your calendars and make your reservations. It's going to be an amazing event. I know you wonder how to get your ticket. I have a ticket link and detail below in my comment section. It's going to be an amazing event. Thank you so much for listening to me, and as always, thank you for always supporting me and making sure my dreams come to life. I will see you on the runway.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in one more time. Like previously announced, today we have a very special guest, and I'm going to bring him to the camera right now so he can tell us who he is. Hello,
Hey Deborah, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I can't complain.
Well, we are so happy to have you tonight. This is Afro Swag Media and Magazine. So, Doug, do you mind telling us who you are?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, Deborah, thanks for having me on. It's a privilege to be on this podcast, and it's my very first one. So very honored, and I appreciate that. But hey, guys, my name's Doug Tsoka. I'm a financial planner here in Omaha, Nebraska. I specialize in retirement income planning for seniors, and then also working with business owners who are looking for tax strategies as their businesses continue to scale, and also different retirement plans that'll help them become financially independent and more successful in retirement.
Wow, that's interesting and amazing. We will dissect every single one of your services, well, time permitting. But tell me a little bit about your background, Doug.
Yeah, so Deborah, I'm originally from Zimbabwe. So I was born in Zimbabwe when um, I was what 27 years ago. Moved here when I was 6, and been in Omaha, Nebraska ever since. And went to University of Lincoln for college, and then graduated. Got a job in retirement income planning for Pacific Life here in Omaha, Nebraska. Worked there for a few years and ended up joining a partnership, an advisory partnership here in Omaha, Nebraska. So been a financial planner here for about 2.5 years, and I don't know if that's
Wow.
too much information or
No, it's perfect. So you are originally from Zimbabwe and you look
yeah,
very young and
yeah,
by your age, yeah, you are 27.
yeah.
And what brought you to Omaha, Nebraska?
I didn't have a choice. Again, I moved here when I was 6 years old, and my mom wanted to take her CPA, and she didn't have the opportunity to do that in Zimbabwe. So we ended up moving here to the States when I was 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up getting her master's in accounting, and she got her CPA after 3 attempts.
Oh,
So
nice.
the idea was to move back home, but at that time the economy wasn't in good shape, so it made more sense for us to stay here in Omaha,
Mhm.
and we've been here since.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
very neat. So, what made you go into this field? Is it your mom's background?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. So I've always wanted to become an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
In college, my degree was in entrepreneurship, so I knew, at some point I want to start my own business.
Uh-huh.
And the advisory business, it's not necessarily reinventing the wheel. It's working with people and trying to find the best solution for whichever financial issues they might be having, whether that might be taxes or figuring out how to fund a business or figuring out how to put together an exit strategy for their practice. I think you're muted there because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yep, we're
I
all good.
really apologize. I was having some technical issues, but we are live and I hope everybody can hear us now. I said that's very impressive. And can you tell me a little bit about, I think um, the company's name is Lifetime Retirement Partners.
Yeah, so we're doing business as lifetime retirement partners. We're independent. Basically, what that means, Deborah, is I have a broker dealer that clears my transactions. So
Mhm.
basically, I have a compliance department that's overseen by the SEC and FINRA to make sure that everything that I'm doing is in the best interest of my clients. So I'm independent and I have the ability to shop the marketplace for whichever solutions my clients might need.
So, would you consider this partnership or belonging to these organizations as entrepreneurship, since that's your background and that's what you initially wanted to do?
Absolutely. Because, being independent, you have to provide, you know, everything for your practice. You've got to do the marketing. You've got to, hold yourself accountable to making sure you execute your game plan on a daily basis. So, Deborah, I know you do a lot of business plans for entrepreneurs, and basically, as a independent financial advisor, I have to hold myself accountable to making sure that I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that my business grows on a consistent basis. So I think that's basically sums up what an entrepreneur is. They're responsible for their own fate at the end of the day.
I like the way you presented it. They're responsible for their own fate.
Right.
That's very interesting. So, tell me, who is your ideal client?
Ideal client, the people that I can help the most are people approaching retirement. So obviously the stock market's pretty volatile right now. You have a lot of people that want to retire this year, but they don't know if they can based
Mm-hmm.
off of what's happening in the stock market. And, there is inflation. So I think I could help those people the most
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of variables that go into retirement, and we try to make sure that all of our clients have a comfortable retirement, are maxing out their social security, and um, are never worrying about taking too much out of their portfolios um, and outliving their income. So seniors are one segment that we work the best with. We
Mm-hmm.
also work with business owners, and when you start a business, Deborah, there's a lot of uncertainties,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go from a couple of years of having a struggling business, and then that third year things just take off, and you go from being in a 26% tax bracket to a 37% tax bracket. So we've got to find ways as I call myself kind of the personal CFO, and
Mm-hmm.
we've got to find ways to whereas, we're making money, but we're not paying too much in taxes, um, so that we have a solid strategy to make sure that we're taking the most income home. So it's not how much you make, it's how much you take home.
Right. And I think that is called tax avoidance.
Exactly. Yep.
So you guys can also help businesses or business owners.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can you please explain that process to me?
Yeah. So if I'm working with a business owner, and a lot of those business owners are recommended by the CPAs we work with.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a business owner and let's say you hire a few employees, well, if you offer a retirement plan, that's a tax credit you can get as a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a tax credit that's helping you out with lower your tax bracket. And at the same time, you're doing good and making sure that you're helping your employees save for retirement.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's very interesting. So those are recommended by the CPAs that you guys work with.
Absolutely. So this year we've been setting up a lot of SEP IRAs.
Mm-hmm.
We've been setting up a lot of simples, solo 401ks, giving business owners a deduction while still being able to put money aside for retirement.
Now you're going into um, technical or business jargon. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I know a little bit of it because I provide, insurance myself. I'm with Primerica. But for those that are watching and don't really know what it is, can you explain it like you're explaining it to sixth grader?
Yeah.
What is a
Absolutely.
step, and then 401k, and I mean, just do your thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it gets kind of complicated, but all those jargons it's a tax code. So a SEP IRA is going to be a simplified employer plan, and depending on how your business is structured and how many employees you have, it might be a little bit more cost effective than let's say a 401k.
Mm-hmm.
It's overseen by the DOL and the ERISA, but all those jargons is it's a tax code,
Mm-hmm.
and they're designed to help give tax credits to entrepreneurs and business owners.
Mm-hmm.
It's an incentive basically for them to help more people, employees, save for retirement.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you're doing something good for society, the government's gonna find a way to reward you for that. And a lot of the times that's through those retirement plans. So simplified employer plans, simple IRAs, Roth IRAs, 401ks.
Mm-hmm.
List goes on and on, but I think I summarized the general gist.
Yes, thank you so much for doing that. And that's right. So tell me about some of the other products that you offer.
Yeah, so it's financial planning is complex because everybody has a different situation. So
Mm-hmm.
for my business, there's the advisory side and then the insurance side. So if you are familiar with most sports, there's an offense and defense. So
Right.
usually the best teams have a good balance of a
Mm-hmm.
very good offense and then a very good defense. So on the investment side, obviously we design portfolios for our clients. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's basically what we do. The different investment accounts, usually those are just a tax code, 401ks, SEP IRAs, brokerage accounts. We can work with any account, but we do a lot of the investments on site, and
Mm-hmm.
we have a CFA on our team, certified financial analyst, that is depending on what your risk tolerance is putting together a portfolio that's designed to get you to your goals.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the insurance side, we have different strategies or products that clients can use to make sure they mitigate their risk.
Mm-hmm.
such as life insurance or annuities for income planning, or if seniors are 65, they become Medicare eligible. So we have Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplement plans.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so basically, our business is structured to help anybody in any point in life.
So, why should people come to you?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's $1 million question right there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm personable, so basically, if I sit down with people, I'm gonna first off do an analysis of kind of where they're at and where they want to get to. Everything that we offer is just a byproduct of what we do for people, and we're really trying to get people to where they want to be. So we look at all of our clients' goals, and then from there we work backwards as to, hey, what do we need to implement in this plan to make sure this person gets to where they want to be. um,
Mm-hmm.
so I think we're a little bit more on the consultative side, and you tell us what you want to do, and we'll do everything in our disposal to make sure that happens.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody that tuned in tonight. Please don't go away. We will take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Mujana Bacha, founder, CEO of MJ Queen Beauty and Fashion. I am here to announce my upcoming Legacy Fashion Show Sunday, May 1st, 2022 at the event venue Highlander. The event is 5 to 8 p.m. It's going to be an amazing event. I've been working on this collection for a whole year, and I know you do not want to miss any single one of them. So mark your calendars and make your reservations. It's going to be an amazing event. I know you wonder how to get your ticket. I have a ticket link and detail below in my comment section. It's going to be an amazing event. Thank you so much for listening to me, and as always, thank you for always supporting me and making sure my dreams come to life. I will see you on the runway.
We are back. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for staying with us. So, this event, the Legacy Fashion Show, it is this Sunday right here in the Midwest in Omaha, Nebraska. It's going to be amazing. If you haven't purchased your ticket yet, make sure you go to thelegacyfashionshow.com to secure your seat right now. Well, thank you so much, Doug. And
Absolutely.
we were talking about the services that you provide as a financial planner, and we talk about the advisory side and also the investment side, and why should people come to you. And you started telling us a little bit about being personable and all the amazing things that you do. So
Right.
tell me, what does a life in a day look like? A typical working day, what does it look like for you? From the
Yeah.
moment you wake up in the morning, you don't need to go into certain details, but we would like to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I typically wake up at 6 o'clock. So it takes me a while for me to get ready and just kind of for me to get my zone and all prepared for the day. But typically work out or wake up at 6 o'clock. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, obviously take a shower and do everything I need to get ready. Eat breakfast. I do a small little hit workout in the morning just to get the blood flowing and get my mind stimulated. And then I'm usually in the office between 8 and 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
From there, obviously start the day off with answering off all my emails or responding to my emails. And then from there, just, working on whatever I have set for that day. So, before I leave the office on Friday, I make sure to have a set schedule, and um, every hour of each day is carefully planned out for the next week, so that I
Mm-hmm.
know going into that day exactly what I need to accomplish, so I can hold myself accountable the making sure everything gets checked off of the list for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Each day has its every day is not the same. There's a lot of variables in my job, so I like to have a set schedule that I abide by. But at times I need to deviate away from that to take care of a certain situation.
So tell me, when it comes to investment,
Yeah.
and even when let's talk about the insurance part of it.
Hmm.
Um, and this is Afro Swag magazine, so obviously I'm going to talk about this audience when it comes to the Black diaspora. What have you noticed when it comes to our people, you know, talking about or trying to get them to buy life insurance or trying to get them to start investing in their future? What have you noticed? Um, are there any challenges, objections, and what is the biggest challenge? Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think the biggest challenge is lack of education. So I'll cover life insurance first. And I
Mhm.
think a lot of people see it as it's a product that they pay into that they'll never benefit from in the future. And obviously, we're all required to have home insurance, auto insurance, but I think life insurance is optional. And it's something that people don't think they need, but in my mind, and I might be a little crazy here, but if you have people that depend on you, I
Mm-hmm.
think it, you need to have some coverage in place just in case something happens to you.
You
Um,
know, I'm going to, I really apologize, but
yeah.
um, now it's becoming more interesting. And I
Okay.
would like to, make some comment because I
Yep.
do offer also life insurance policies.
Right.
And this is, you said in your mind, but
Mhm.
truly it's the reality. We don't think this is going to benefit us because the truth is it's only benefit us after we're gone. So getting people to understand how it actually benefit us when you're gone, it's difficult. It actually protects your loved ones, your dependents, right?
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Your dependents, and you know how I explain it to people? Let's
Mhm.
say you have a money machine, right? A machine that makes money or produces money. Let's say the average of 2,500 a month.
Right.
Okay. You have a nice machine right here, and then every month it gives you 2,500. Are you going to secure that machine? Are you going to have an insurance to protect that machine? That way, when it breaks down, you can still have the 2,500.
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, that's a no
That
brainer.
machine is us. It's
Yeah.
you. It's
Right.
me. It's your client. It's
Yeah.
every single one who has a 9 to 5, who is an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
The machine is you.
Right.
So you are the machine that produces money
Mhm.
to provide for your dependents.
Right.
What if you get sick?
You're
That's the job of the life insurance. That's what it does. Well, not all policies, but most life insurance, when you're disabled, and I mean, there are different situations where that life insurance can protect you.
right.
Even if that machine becomes, if that machine is gone, that means
Right.
when you die, it will continue to provide or to produce or to make that 2,500 for your dependents.
Yep.
Well, guys, if you're watching, I hope this speaks to you, right? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, no, no. You're fine. You're fine. And I think people are used to hearing about the traditional life insurance. So you were, just elaborating on the living benefits that life insurance provides. So,
Mhm.
like if you get sick or, disabled, there are some policies or strategies to where you can take advantage of those policies while you're still alive. And, for some people, they can be used almost kind of like a savings account
Mhm.
that's accruing interest higher than a certificate of deposit, a CD, or a typical savings account. So, depending on their unique situations, they can, benefit while being alive, and at the same time provide a safety blanket there for their dependents as well.
Right. So tell me about the investment you guys do. I mean, tell me what you think about um, crypto, cryptocurrency, bitcoins. You know, is not. I know the product that you guys offer are not like what we're now seeing, right? So what's your take when it comes to cryptocurrency, bitcoins, and all those crazy? I call it crazy because I
Yeah.
mean, it keeps changing every day and by the hour.
Yeah. But it's something that's new, and I'm thinking that's why you think it's crazy. It's because it's something you haven't been exposed to yet. So
Mhm,
it's gonna be crazy until there's some consistent data backing it up. I think it depends on their situation, right? So for somebody that is older and getting ready to retire, I don't think
mhm,
investing in cryptos is wise because they tend to be pretty volatile, and by that I mean they go up and down.
mhm,
But to somebody who's 25, 30 years old, yeah, it might make sense to have a 20%, 30% allocation in Bitcoin just because you're young, and the upside potential is it's there. It's proven that over the course of the last 12 years. I think
mhm.
when I was a freshman in college, I was told to invest in Bitcoin, and at that time it was only maybe a few $100 per Bitcoin, and now it's, what is it? It closed today at just over 41,000. So
Right. Mhm,
just imagine over the course of 12 years, if you were to have a few Bitcoin,
mhm,
you know, you'd be just under six figures. So I
mhm,
think if you're younger, those riskier asset classes, it might make sense to invest in. But as you get older, it might make more sense to take a little bit less risk and
mhm.
have a more stable portfolio.
So, is it the same way as the traditional investment that you mentioned few minutes ago? Does it work the same way? Do you guys take into consideration the age and some of the things that you mentioned? You said if you invest, I mean, age, time, and I think the amount, right?
Yeah. So going back to what I had said before, it comes down to goals. So first we have to identify the goal. Like, hey, um, if you come to me on Monday and say I have $100,000 here, I'm going to ask, what do you want to do with this? What's the end goal here?
Mm-hmm,
Because it doesn't make sense for me to throw you into an investment and not have a goal. Um, you can't hit a target that you can't see. So it's always best to identify what that target is, and
mm-hmm,
then from there we can put together a strategy that'll help us get there. So first off, it's identifying the goal, and then risk tolerance. How much risk are you willing to take for a given reward? And then what's our horizon? What's a timeline in reaching that goal?
mm-hmm. Interesting. So, if you're here in Omaha, Nebraska,
Mm,
apparently we're going to have a crazy weather. I don't know if it has started yet, but I hope
yeah.
everybody is safe and make sure you tune in. I don't know, local channels to know what's going on. I keep on receiving, notifications, so that's why I'm saying it. And thank you so much for tuning in once again. This is Afro Swag Media and Magazine. I hope everybody is safe. So, Doug, what else do you want your potential client to know about your services and products?
Yeah, we don't charge for a consultation. Really, if you want to jump on the phone or, come to the office and sit down with us, we're more than happy to just have a conversation. Just, tell us who you are, where you come from, what you're currently working with or on and what you want to do. And
Mhm,
we'll sit down with you and just kind of talk through the situation. So I think a lot of people are a little hesitant to reach out or schedule a meeting because they think we're like a CPA, to whereas we're charging
right.
you by the hour.
Mhm,
But we're at the end of the day, we're just trying to help people.
mhm,
And if you ever want to pick my brain or just give me a phone call to get a second opinion, I'm more than happy to talk you through a situation or help in any way I can.
mhm. So, what's the best number for a potential client to reach out to you?
The best what?
Number for number.
Oh, phone number. Yeah. So my direct line is 402
Mm-hmm.
305
Mm-hmm.
6890. So that's my cell phone number. You know, I usually respond pretty quickly. It's easier to call me. I'm just in a lot of group chats and I have multiple emails and there's text message. So if there's something that you really wanna that's pertinent, I'd
Mm-hmm.
recommend just give me a call. It's not a big deal at all.
So 402-305-6890.
You got it. Yep.
All right. So the number is right there. If you need any, just like he said, to pick his brain or any advice, he's a financial planner, and that's the consulting aspect of the business. He can sit down and look into your situations and pull some numbers and help you plan your future. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yep.
All
100%.
right. All right. So, um, do you work weekends? I know you mentioned Monday through Friday, but for a lot of people that have 9 to 5, it's easier to sit down with you
Mhm.
after work, like after business hours or during weekends. Do you offer that to your clients?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm open to meeting on the weekends if need be. I typically am in the office on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm currently studying for the CFP, the Certified Financial Planner
Mm-hmm.
exam. It's in November, so usually I'm studying for that on Saturday mornings. But I
Mm-hmm.
do have um, time and availability on the weekends.
All right. So we'll take another commercial break, and this is to thank, our sponsors, our partners. We have the Block Inc. with the upcoming event 50 over 50. Why don't you just take a look? We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Top achievers over the age of 50 contribute just as much to our community in the areas of innovation, community, business, healthcare, and nonprofit. Like many other communities around the country, join us in recognizing and celebrating their accomplishments. Nominate someone for the 50 over 50 NE Awards at www.50over50ne.com.
Well, thank you everybody for staying with us and tuning in tonight. This is Afro Swag Media and Magazine. And as always, I'm your host on this show. And we have a very special guest, and we will continue this very interesting conversation with him. Welcome back, Doug.
How's it
Can
going?
you hear me? It's going
Yeah.
well. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us tonight and talk about, the future, investment, and life insurance. So, is there anything that I forgot to ask, but you would like, our audience to know?
I think you summed it up. And if anybody has any questions, they can go ahead and reach out to me. Again, everybody's situation is a little different. Everybody comes from different backgrounds, so um, I like to cater our strategy or anything we can do to help based off of what your unique goals and aspirations are. So
And if anyone at all would like to follow your path, do
yeah.
you guys have positions or openings or internship? How does that process go?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, is if somebody's looking to get in the financial planning profession, we uh, we don't currently have any internships.
Mhm,
The business is based off of fees, but there is a way we can structure that to accommodate somebody who's looking to get into the industry and is not exactly sure how they would finance it.
mhm,
So we do have different strategies we can implement for those individuals. But
yeah,
if somebody's interested, it's you can always give me a call. I'd be more than happy to just give you more information on what a day-to-day schedule is for a financial planner, or exactly how you'd go about getting into the business. So
mhm. And as a reminder, what would be a good referral for you?
a good referral, somebody I'd say that's approaching retirement, that
Mm,
doesn't necessarily know how they're going to retire or have a few questions as to how or what a successful retirement looks like, or I'd say a business owner, entrepreneur who's looking to maximize benefits for themselves and their families, their employees, and at the same time just have a personal CFO
mm,
there to just evaluate their situation and help them figure out ways to cut back in taxes or save for retirement and you know have independence for themselves and their families.
all right. Well, it's been a pleasure to sit with you and to get to know you a little bit more and about what you do, your offerings, and how you're able to help our community and especially the Afro Swag Media and Magazine audience. Thank you so much for the time. And thank you so much, everybody that has tuned in tonight. We do appreciate the support. And until next, be safe out there and have a very good night. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Deborah.
Bye bye.
Take care.